Thank you
We'll
very
see what they got.
much.
Benz with the 4 months. Thank you, thank you. These two work well. I mean, obviously.
You love deadlock. I'm.
No, I love
Okay,
deadlock.
I mean, this on
but
defense.
This is a variation.
Sure.
Oftentimes when we've seen the deadlock
This on
cipher,
attack.
it was not here with the Yoru raise.
They're gonna be
on top
doing
of
like
the Omen
the
solo controller on
similar
Mine.
stuff
Now,
to what Bleed
just
has,
for running
I
through the
guess.
option in theory a little bit, this
We'll see.
composition, you're
1-1
relying
for the
on contact
pistols.
to get in, you're relying on direct contact to get in, flashes
Whoa,
to get in,
GenG don't
and
do the
then
double
you're
sheriff?
going to
Oh.
set up the post plant. So
But we have
I
double
can see
frenzy.
you're playing to your strengths a lot, but it is a deep dive in. Texture trying to fish for it. He's actually going to end up getting the orb, but they're trapped now with the paint shells. Texture and Meteor both pushed up very far out. During all of this, Jemkin's already dug deep into A short as well. So GenG a little
Yeah,
bit
they made a lot of
pressured.
sounds, so
RRQ,
rotate's
they've already
coming in.
taken all the way up to the entrance of the site, right up to the spike position. They spot him, they push him out of showers, and that's going to be the poison cloud dropping. Jemkin's ready for it. A quiet pinch in from RRQ. Lamb still being held, backside still being held by GenG, and they push right back out. GenG's not taking this quietly, and
Oh man, I mean, they hit a lot of shots here. Seven did pretty well to get us most of that. 2-1 for the pistols. Very nice shots.
For days, but the way that this round really plays out is just how GenG kind of gets the read of the situation.
Is this Karen that
hangs
melted
back,
the
stays
frenzy
comfortable enough to find
with a
their
double
angles, find their
headshot of a
shots.
classic?
Texture didn't stay inside of showers for the longest time. He backed
Oh
out.
my.
And at the same time, you've got Karen locking out lamps, and they're able to find these angles and duels because they know where the choke points are. They know where RRQ's going to
God, I think RRQ really needed this. I think this could be a really rough attack from them.
See what else RRQ's able to show us, but we're not going to see much of it right now, as it is just going to be an eco. It's just a fast hit with the shorty, the double blast pack, and it's the judge to meet him. Holding very close as well. Karon knowing the exact distance he can hold right up the wall. Even going to deny the plant. The snake bite lands as well from long range. Sure, the barrier mesh just to hold him off.
Just locked the judge in.
The judge still, I mean, this distance is still
Yeah, now
deadly.
what?
You're not going to find much of it.
He doesn't care, man.
They just want to flood him. They just want one kill. They'll get it. Okay, Sparrow gets two.
He threw a
I guess
stim
more
back
than
at
you
him.
bargained for. So
That
RRQ
was
doesn't
sick.
mind that too much, but I think GenG's probably chuckling a little bit over on stage.
Yeah. Karen threw out the stimmy just as he was about to die. The way that barrier match just kind of blocks off. The ideas were somewhat there, right? But they weren't expecting this judge in round 2 whatsoever.
Yeah, he's just left the net in the whole time.
He just does it there. He's like, oh, I'm crouched. Well, that's just too bad.
Dude didn't want to remove
I'm not
any
going
bits of
anywhere
util.
All right, well, RRQ, you have your buys now.
He's collecting them.
It's going to be half armor to cross the board.
Dude, he had way too much fun in that round.
The double sentinels.
Got hit by the grav
He
net,
was
hit by the
constantly
camera,
bouncing
didn't
back and
take
forth,
any
along
of them
with Yoru as
out.
well. A lot of pushing and
Dim
pulling around
pack.
the extremities, which is generally
Prone
what
as
you want
well.
combined,
That
but
was
again, these
unreal.
smokes, you're so limited in the number of smokes you have. Jemkin going to get immediately cleared, and no push out. RRQ going to read that it should be a heavier stack on A, considering that there's just no re-clear of B main. You're assuming that that's going to be the delay setup, that's going to be the weaker setup, and RRQ will be correct so far.
If it's not a fast strat,
Wanting to
how does
play around
RRQ
it
get
too.
anywhere?
I mean, at the very least, even if they still meet a lot of resistance on the B side, they could take the teleporter out if the rotation from GenG went through. But now, Guiding Light just confirms everything. Lakia counting down the timer, sends it at the right time. Munchkin with a snakebite completely delays everything too. And there is a welcome party on the A side if the
flash.
RRQ doesn't work through. Munyan unfortunately falls
Okay,
to that judge
I
for the
mean,
time being,
honestly,
but Jemkin with a double clears and opens
the
everything
TP
up
over
for the rest of
towards
the team.
default.
Paranoid
I mean,
to
the
set up
raise.
gate crash, and then the barrier
Monyet
mesh
is gonna go.
hold off the rotation.
Monyet's gonna have a pretty bad
So
score.
they're not
but
entirely certain, but they
doable.
do seem to have a very hard read that it's going to be all three. Now they hear all the weapons as well. So RRQ knowing that they should be okay. It's going to be cyber cages from both sides just to try to keep GenG trapped as they try to creep in.
Yeah, Monyet is the drone. Yeah, basically.
Win the round. It's a 3v4. It is doable, but time is not on their side. We're about past the halfway mark. It's an instant jump in. The flood is good. Triple kill for Jemkin, but he goes down. Xpharaoh clears up Karon, and while Meteor is doing damage, RQ, they can just play the timer to try to win out the round.
Hey,
and
they're on the
not able to
board.
stop in time on that wide
GenG
swing.
will be happy
A very, very
because
costly
they
round
got a
win
lot to
for
rebuy
RRQ.
in terms of RRQ.
Not too
Oh,
shabby though.
gotta win one to make sure they eco.
Through it. Yes, they lost several guns in the fight. But
Okay, this is I mean, this is a big round. Obviously, whoever loses it has to eco, but
you have the barrier mash
they got Jemkin's ult.
Not
that they have too much that can follow up the ult, but
as well. And then as the fight kind of
they also
they are watching every single angle.
are up against a team that are close to having some ults.
Dropping 3 of your weapons, losing all the armors. That's
Yeah,
rough.
so GenG want to get one of these ults. They're going up towards showers heavy.
They're going to go fast.
Flash confirms it. No one's here. They got Raze ult for a retake. Does that mean that GenG just leave?
And they will be correct. Spots the sky. Should have spotted the Viper as well at range, but Munchkin just going to get the spam through the toxic screen. They need to be able to clear this site fast. Jemkin, he's trying his darndest.
So well. Thought they were going to leave site.
They're ready to break any sort of setup here. As we do see the blinds coming in, and there's the showstopper. The paint shells get a kill, but Xferosomo survives.
Maybe.
85 HP, 1v2.
Oh, unlucky, man. Yeah, and with that, they go down to an eco. We've got these 3 that can't buy.
We're seeing it once again.
Shout out to Lakia here. Lakia played really well. I mean, honestly, Munchkin did really good as well. I'm pretty sure he just spammed someone through his wall, just realizing they're going to try and follow up the ult.
For RRQ, they can't quite find the space on the site to set up post plants or even to really.
But yeah, the Lakia's flash insta send out was lovely, man.
Kind of banking on the timing of things and trying to get the right rushes out, but it just kind of doesn't set up well enough.
And here's one of the
this is one of the good ones, right? Lock them in over towards showers.
Here in showers, so they'll get early control of that. Clear the Cypher
so
camp.
I mean, they can
back,
take.
Okay, well,
Dude, Munchkin keeps getting the first kill through smoke.
We're gonna see GenG start to spray through the smoke a
I think that's the issue, right? As soon as you see like the grav net, you know that's where they're going because that's their only bit of util to get some map control.
Even the paranoia, sure, it has some
you know they're gonna be following up somewhere, so you just spam.
Finds a kill onto Jemkin. I mean, not even giving a single chance to approach. And this is going to be the game plan. GenG, hold him off at bay. And then, okay, if you see him at the site entrance, you now delay him. You've got the toxic screen. You've got Snakebite. You've got the Cypher. You've got paint shells. You delay, because the RRQ, that first rotation of skills, and then they're not going to make an easy entry after that.
Not to mention they have fast rotations as well. Karen on this judge.
Oh, God.
Together now perfectly.
Hey, that's a way in.
The side of B long allows for RRQ to sneak through using the cyber cage. Karen, however, does have the orbital strike. He's waiting for the rest of the team to arrive. Now just looking for some of these tiny little gaps inside of this cyber cage. The stinger, the firepower that it provides, not quite able to find the shots. RRQ will be able to plant.
Oh my
1 HP. I was gonna say that's one of the bold. Considering they have Hookah, that's one of the boldest plant spots I've ever seen.
Orbital strike as well. The site absolutely cleared out. Monyet will do his best to get kills, but the spike gets planted inside.
How did he get that? Yeah, Munchkin saved him, man.
Once again, and I mean, just like that, snap of a finger. And it's suddenly a 5-man stack from GenG. RRQ, they're going to have to find a better way to try
Meteor, yeah, dude. It looked like he was looking at the mini-map, but there's no way he's looking at a mini-map when he's jumping out here. I don't know what happened.
That much more as well. I mean, you talk about distance and range. The way that GenG are spraying them through the smokes, watching out for some of these vertical plays as well. And not to mention, Karen with that orbital strike, just well placed to allow GenG to clear out backside before, rearing their sights towards the elbow as well as garden positions. Now back into the next round. RRQ buys back
singular
up.
limb, RRQ went for this.
Maybe a little bit more initiating utility.
Now once again going for a bit more dry contact play. The one way to gain advantage on B, and they've ditched the A side. It's going to be a full send again from RRQ. They have no intention of rotating.
Maybe they weren't expecting Bind as a pick.
To try to draw out the delaying utility, but Munchkin's holding an off angle. Monyet is now down. The dive so much weaker. Molly's ready as well. Snakebite sent. And RRQ once again trapped in their own attack. They can't go forward, and it's tough to go backwards, but at the very least, at the 1 minute mark, they say if we don't push back now and clear our flank, we will literally just be trapped in hookah the whole round.
This is
It's just something that doesn't feel good whatsoever. So
yeah, this is brutal, man. I agree.
Trying to find something
it does not feel good.
But the Seekers.
Yeah, and one of them actually gets through on hookah. 2 of them actually. So it's going to be a clear sign for GenG that they've already made the right call. Meteor's here to back him up. Texture holding from heaven. The trips are clear, but the paint shell
And the
again,
Seekers
so
literally went
much
around the
delay.
whole map.
RRQ not able to draw these out fast
Seekers
enough.
went around the
Their
whole
rotation
map
is
and
just
discovered
much
them
slower
close
right
here.
now. The
So
GenGs,
full
they're
person
still
in
trying
over
to creep in,
towards
but Meteor's already holding in the smoke. So is
over
Meteor,
towards
it's
A. They got
triple
10
off the
seconds to
site,
plant.
And they immediately pushed out. It's a play for time here from GenG. And
Got nothing
RRQ,
to
they
get
don't have
back
an answer for it.
to
They
the
try
site.
for a fake, but there's going to be the ultimate, and they're just spraying down to deny the plan.
Munchkin
And
is
they'll get
farming
the
them
cherry
though.
on top by
Like
eliminating
he
everybody
is
from RRQ.
actually having
Picking
a
up from
map.
little bits of cover,
Fast
they
kills,
eliminate every
actual
single player,
kills
and
as
at
well,
the same time,
like-
just RRQ
Dragging out.
feels like they're facing against just the biggest wall. They can't break through it. You talk about, yes, the fast rotation, so much delay from GenG, but at the same time, RRQ just can't quite catch a break. It feels like they need a little bit more, room clearing utility. Maybe the boom bot, maybe the fake out that Jemkin has with his Yoru. But they're also kind of
Trying to think of
save
how many
some of
they
it.
need.
They can't quite get enough
Like
space to really
maybe if
find
they've
the
got
entrances
really good stuff
into
and they
the
get a
site.
pistol, they could
Every
get away with
single time
2,
that RRQ
considering
tries
their
to get a little
comp,
bit more
but
forward momentum, a little bit more forward control,
I just don't
they
think
get
so because of the
blocked off
one
by
smoke.
Munchkin
Like I would just go
holding these
B every
different
round.
angles, and they're always playing against numbers disadvantage.
Curious to see what Ewok's going to tell them.
I still think that with this comp they need like 4, 5.
RRQ has in their arsenal. Again, a lot of it is single use. So you can't really risk spending too much of it to try to go for fake executes on one side. Again, they're limited by a lot of range as well. So it's not like you have global abilities to throw.
What was Haven? Haven was a banger.
Strike at the same
Haven
time
was
to
cool.
make sure that GenG can't react in time. But right now, that's the problem. You bring this composition to try to just get a read if they push out, watch your flanks, but really you want to get into the site, get the post fight. You want to always guarantee that you have the numbers advantage. You want to always guarantee that you have the tempo, but there's so much delay, and there's not a great way for RRQ to bait that out. I mean, this is where that lack of an initiator, it hurts a lot.
Oh yeah, it really
I was
hurts.
thinking maybe they were going to try to use this Euro
Surely
as
they
an
can get some
initiator,
round
but
smokes.
So far, Jemkin trying to lurk around, playing around the gate crashes, just doesn't quite break through now. Single gate crash already spotted out and marked by GenG.
Yeah, let's find out.
As they try to clear out the rest of the A site alongside this dimensional drift. Trips being spotted.
Oh my god. Just under
Now
the
it's a little
trip.
bit more space, maybe
Oh,
able to
just
sneak
stopped in front of this
slight
trip.
blend, but
It was
Meteor
nuts to watch.
sneaking around the corners.
He's not checked. Not yet. They could have a suspicion just because of the cyber cage, but they do not know for sure. And you have Munchkin outside of the smoke as well. Sure, you have the barrier mesh, but you don't actually have control of the site like you think you do. The paranoia is not going to get the full care. There's a flash.
Oh man, it's a
Jemkin
nice flash.
buying enough time. Yet the showstopper to make sure. And Xfero watching the flank. And he
Damn,
sends
here
it
we
as
go.
well, blindly.
Double ults,
RRQ
triple ults. That's all they needed.
Finally getting a round that they wanted in the fashion that they planned for with this composition. See if they can end it cleanly for a flawless. They're on board for it, Charon.
They don't need to overstep here because they got a long way to go. They need all of this money.
So much time and a 1v5.
Because the chance of them
wanna
losing
risk
the
this
next
one.
round and getting reset is
Backing
pretty
up for a
high.
clean
So
save. That's it, though. Good round from RRQ. I think it was a little bit of a tell. As soon as Meteor tried to sneak on over, Karen with the Sky Smoke kind of alerted RRQ to maybe thinking.
And they'll do
there
it.
is. Monyet
Anya
losing
wants get
Good
one
job.
closer.
I mean, you need rounds like that. You need
Oh,
shots
it's a
like
nice
that
shot,
to get
though.
your confidence back up, because otherwise you go into every fight thinking that I'm at a disadvantage. We see that even at the top levels. We see that in the grand finals sometimes, international tournaments, because that's just how momentum goes. But here's the thing, is that you can tell this comp is designed to try to combat GenG. The barrier mesh goes down, it stops the flood. Like, that's the whole idea. You throw
Yeah,
the grab and
it is
stops the
hard
flood.
that stuff here on this
But
on
you
that
gotta
map.
throw these fakes, and this time, sure, it kind of
I think
worked.
you have to run a
Makia
duelist.
just checking for the gate crash. He doesn't read too much into it, but let's be honest, GenG did have the information. They just didn't react on it because they weren't quite sure, and now they will have downloaded that round.
A lot more information to work off of.
Okay, so they win a round. They've won a bonus round where they have better guns, and they've won a round where they had 3 ults. Kind of the 2 ults that Cypher just secured it.
They can really push out and pull.
I mean, every second spent
Imagine they
from
win this
RRQ
one.
not
Force
drawing
them
out
down to an
delayed
eco.
until for
They would
GenG
actually have
means
a.
they have less options.
actually have a good
That's
chance.
what we've seen in the first 6 rounds.
Like if RRQ
And
can
RRQ
steal
will
this
have to
round,
start to move faster. It's already
it is
down to
giant.
the minute mark. Already so much time spent. You still have a showstopper. You have a pit. You have snake bite. You have molly. Everything is still there. Trailblazer as well from GenG to try to slow things down. Gravnet to just jump onto Lamps. The pit is going to go up, and Munyet can't land the shot.
I'm telling you, man. Munyet is not going to have a good score, dudes. Holy.
On for the ace. He denied textures, but will he get his own? As he hides the cam to try to spot. Not quite finding him just yet. Elmimore hidden in Lamps.
30 seconds
But there's no exit. I mean, Elmimore, your best bet right now is just to try to save here. He's going to deny it.
Hey, he had a great
This is
round, though.
GenG against Aces today. But Elmimore, now the mission is to stay alive. 20 seconds. Barrier mesh maybe just to trap himself in, but
Hexa steals it. Yeah, that would have been good.
and now
10 seconds
closing in.
Revenge for earlier.
Holding off texture from one side. They know he's trapped. It's a pinch. The timing should be good. And Terron, the jumping judge.
Gets the upgrade on the top of this as well. They do get reset money-wise, but like we said, 5 people surviving the round before means they're okay. I just don't think they get around without that ult at the moment. Hasn't looked convincing. Like, look, there is no util for help any of this.
I mean, this round was really RRQ trying to play with some of those fakes. They know they don't have the range for it.
Karma hits hard.
Yeah, that really was the Karma. And they are sending it with the Razor, and they play close. Oh man, he could get 3. He probably gets 1 shot because I said that, but... Oh, he missed his... He missed Satchel.
Annihilation in play pulls Karen out.
Yeah, but there's cover here from GenG, but
he missed the Satchel.
To it.
Oh my god, we're gonna get around because he missed the Satchel.
And now it's just going to be Meteor and Munchkin. No control of the site. Sure, you have the creds.
Well, I guess that's my fault.
But we'll see if they go for it at all. It looks like, all right, it's going to be Meteor just going for the save. No reason to give over a chance for a faster ultimate for either Jemkin or Munyet.
Good body blocks.
Munchkin
Got flashed, but I don't know if that then meant that he didn't want to send it or what.
GenG saying we're already heavily in the lead. Let's cut our losses this round. Stabilize, take this time to regroup.
There.
Which is the right call to make. Keeping themselves up on top, tip condition.
I just want to take this chance to say that Showstopper clearly is the most inaccurate ultimate now, because even Annihilation hits before Showstopper, and that's a devastating news for Raze players. But either way, RRQ using that ultimate to get clearance of A short nice and early.
Yeah, it's getting the read for how, you know,
Free?
GenG might have the confidence to really push out sometimes.
Yeah, they'll take that freebie, and 4 people surviving, so they get a good amount of money.
That's the main thing. Although this was a pretty good round from RRQ, right? They got the read. That
Yeah, I think the insta-flash might have owned them.
Let's really hanker down onto this with our Annihilation. But that doesn't happen every single round. You're not going to have these.
They're at
ultimates all
another
the time.
chance, right? They're at another chance where they could reset. They could actually win this round, and then they'll push them down to an eco. Then they kind of secure 4. Well, it would be 5 at that point.
To a 6-6. Once again on the back foot. Once again playing catch up.
Saying that, if GenG just bought double judge, would they ever actually lose a round? No initiator.
Still holding there from backside, but RRQ, they find their targets. Quick trades onto Munchkin and Texture. Barrier mesh already down. They haven't quite cleared showers yet. They don't check for it at all. The gate crash fake, but no control over that one. And RRQ,
the giant round,
sure
man.
You have the wall up, but you're trapped
Giant rounds, because it's kind of worth 2 for RRQ. And
mesh broken nice and early.
5 rounds on attack with this comp would be pretty impressive.
GenG ready to close in on the target.
Still kind of waiting for that tap. Now here it comes with the cyber cage out though. Karen plays right around the edges, managing to take down Jemkin. Elmimore sprays through, gets a couple of his own. A Meteor answers right back.
Elmimore. Chad, they got an eco.
Around the corners,
2-4.
that quad with a headshot.
I'm telling you, GenG, if they get a double judge here, and they lock 1 judge here and 1 judge in Lamps, they will win the round.
Barely hanging on to this map once again. Elmimore, great heroics to put him right back up to 1 point away from his annihilation from that ultimate. See if he can be the hero that RRQ needs. Oftentimes
no judges. Damn, dudes. No judges on a low buy here. They get sheriffs instead. They got no initiator.
GenG, 4 sheriffs.
Could be potentially an RRQ 6-6 at the end of the first half if they play their cards right. GenG starting to get an idea that this is how RRQ wants to play it, especially around that Grefnet, which really keeps some players pinched down once Munyet dives in. This time, switching things up, they go in for that showers play. Boombot just to clear it out. Karen at the ready with the incendiary grenade.
Dimensional drift.
GenG real shooters, I mean, yeah.
And if I'm RRQ, I use it this round. You need whatever rounds you can guarantee. Can't be looking at the long run right now. It's going to be a stack. Xfero's in for a rude surprise. It's too many.
Oh, he just checked the camera and he's like, well, that's a lot of people here. I mean, he at least saw 4 on the radar from the camera.
They will be going. They
The
know
minimap would have seen 4 question marks.
Getting chased down. He gets chased down. It's a quick reaction from RRQ. They're trying to hold on. There's a cyber cage and a grav net just to secure the site. There's still 2 rifles on the side of GenG.
I would be so fine using this all into it if you wanted to.
So there's still
Yeah.
time. Annihilation being used. They want to secure the round. They know what's at stake right now.
It's so pointless.
Gets broken fast enough.
You probably should have held on for it to just buy time.
Now watching the angles.
Ah.
As soon as GenG peeks out, there are a couple of shots fired through, but what
Oh,
is this?
no.
The paint shells is broken down the front lines. GenG knows he has to fight for this now. Pushes out
That
with
was
the
sick.
Flash, able to take down
The
the
timing of the
first.
flash was really
Now
good.
watching from the off angles, you got Monyet walking down.
Ah,
perfect
what a round,
lineup.
dude.
It's a bit
5.
of a double spray, and RRQ
5
finds
of
their
them.
5th win.
Last
A little bit
round in
costly,
the half.
though.
Yeah, very dicey.
Yeah, maybe
Quite
GenG had given him a
costly.
few
They'll
here
still
as
be able
well.
to scrape together everything for a full buy.
You think if you were Karen on that other round where you bought the judge, would you not just be thinking, hold up, do this all the time? Criminal, they have 5? Yeah, they should be good with 5. For sure, GenG can kind of play it, manipulate the rotates. Like, they're never going to know where they're actually hitting. But wait, this might work, man. The GravNet might get 3 here. Oh my god, they're getting locked in. Oh my god, they might get 6.
No exit out of that one. And RRQ start with a man lead.
Especially if they have the timing right now to go in for a bit of a
And they
play.
get out and get the ult out of them. They do lose 1. Do you
Manage
insta Omen
Stanford
when they're
back
doing
inside
this
of
over
Luka,
towards
taking
their
down
elbow so your team
Elmore.
can go back?
No more delay utility for RRQ, even if they get onto sites. It's going to be a little bit more tricky now. They don't quite have the dive capability without the blast packs as well, so this all comes down.
Oh, this is going to be a full send. Okay, he's going to go onto the triple, but he's not going to get checked. It's just a full fake still. RRQ's
Bit of
doing everything
info.
they can to make sure GenG rotates, and GenG still have Lakia over
Yeah,
by
he's low
B
HP
in
though.
a position with the toxic screen to shut everything down. Monyet goes down, instant spam, but that's enough time
Aaron
for
has to
Karon
get 1.
to fill the back of the site. He sees the shrouded step. He's waiting for the next jump in. There's a flash coming in. Estrella barely jiggles out in time. Site's still in control for RRQ. GenG now 2 staggered. They have to reset for the retake.
A little bit of dark cover though. Oh, but Munchkin just walks out a little bit too darn early. Meteor now, it's all on his shoulders before RRQ evens out the score. Slowly creeps out, fires off an opening shot.
6.
Revealed his position, trying to bait out some peaks, but nobody's really
6
going
is
in for it just yet.
crazy with
They've
this
got
comp.
Such a big numbers advantage. All
Dude, I don't think they
staring
would have
down
ever
this
got
one
6 in
single line of
prac.
sight. Smoked off.
Oh,
Estrella,
no.
What is this? The collateral.
Oh no.
It's a side one-on-one.
No, no,
Experiment.
no.
A bit of a death match.
Okay, it's all
And he
good. It's all
manages to
fine.
sidestep as Meteor steps up onto the top.
Man,
Meteor
chat, 6 is an
goes
insane
down, and
amount
RRQ finds their 6th
with this comp.
evening out the score at the end of the first
Also,
half.
you got a similar
Listen,
story to
I'm as
Haven,
unbiased
right?
as I
To a
can be in
timeout
any
of like,
cast,
what,
but I need a
5-1?
doctor right now after that round. What was that collateral for Meteor?
That was nuts.
Somebody get help, because this.
Somebody get
oh
help.
my goodness. You fully
Somebody get help.
watching it as a viewer. You fully expect
Almost a clip, the 6-0. Dude, I
to
called it
go for
early
that
though.
shot
That's fine.
and
That was a
smoke
praise if
blue.
anything. It was a bless.
RRQ, they
No
just
cuss on this
line
one.
up in the most perfect timing. Insane, but at the end of the day, right now, if you're RRQ, you just say, listen, it's a 6-6. We gotta forget what the journey looked like, but the destination, we made it barely. On
Everyone
6-6.
expecting. I'm not expecting
See what
defense
we
to be
can
insane,
do.
but it should be easier
Now for
than their
GenG,
attack.
Obviously, the story's a little different. You know that the journey
I don't
was
know
on
how
your
they hold
side
B,
for the majority
really,
of
but-
that half, but it started to just
See.
slip away at the last second.
The Omen's gonna have to be real good with the smokes.
GenG still have a lot of cards in play. That's it, though. That was a really, really cerebral round from RQ with the way that they were kind of rotating all over the place. That teleporter play pinching on towards Lakia, pinching on towards Karen. Really threw them in for a bit of a loop, but now that we've swapped sides, how does this composition play out?
All about the
Still
smokes,
have
really.
the sonic
Yeah,
sensor
I
in
think I could
play
just walk out
right
over
around the
towards
B
B, though.
Default 2-1-2 setup.
Unless they fight long,
As
heavier than
GenG
I expect.
works in for their
Which they probably should.
kind of information gathering.
Okay, for pistols, 2-1.
RRQ. Looking at the composition, I think you would have wanted
Yeah.
a couple more rounds on
Better,
the
you're
attacking
right.
side, but now they'll have to utilize the double sentinel as much as possible. They're working with 0 information gathering, active information gathering, no initiators on the defense. It's going to be tough to try to
Scatter nade to break trips, gonna have to be doing that a lot of the time.
It's not easy to do that on the
They
pistol,
love that
but
he insta-takes
Jeff
the
makes first
TP here.
contact, makes things a little simpler. Monyet peeking off
Oh.
of it, and he just shuts down Munchkin. B main held on, you hear the noise, you know it's the Cypher here on the B side. Trapped. And GenG now rotating, trying to re-clear. Still a lot of time on the clock.
Going out.
Just kind of slowly inching up towards it. Estrella with the jump peaks gathers the information that he needs, so now sets up for the paranoia while Monyet plays around the corner. Got the rest of the squad kind
Ooh,
of
makes
rotating
him use
over
a
as well.
flash.
There's
Hey,
a
that's
bit of
nice.
potential for GenG to make a teleporter.
Yeah, we got a 4-person stack here, especially got this trip
No
over
info,
towards
though,
short.
and you just drew out the paranoia, so GenG, they're just going to go in quietly, cut the audio, send the high guiding light just to get in and find the opening. There's 1 kill, but it's not going to be
Hey,
enough.
very nice.
As RRQ,
2-2.
they've made that
1-1
fast rotate. And
each of the
I
maps
love
on
what Estrella
pistols.
did there. He goes for the blind paranoia. I was wondering if he was going to keep it until he heard the guiding light, because then GenG was looking in prime position to creep in. But he sends it because you've
My
already
thoughts on the
started
RRQ
rotate
comp.
as RRQ
I mean, I'll be honest, I
to
don't
make
like
sure you
it.
stack because you still have
I think,
Cypher, you still
but I
have
think
Azuto on the
GenG
A side.
misplayed it
Gets
a little
reaction
bit, so
out. Now you continue with the stack.
there's a chance.
So RRQ, they get the pistol round in a relative fashion that they would have wanted. But we'll see if they can continue this, because they got the pistol on Haven as well in the second half, but it stopped right after the anti-eco.
Still a bit of a potential for them. Buying out the outlaw now. Monyet just fires off the opening shot, trying to funnel them over onto the other sites. Barrier mesh set up now. So it's going to be a little bit tougher for the pistols to break it. GenG just retrieving their alt orbs.
Yeah, and Omimore, he gives the
They
ult orb,
can
but he's gonna
just
send
have
that wall
so
further back just
many
because it
different
is pistols
setups,
right
though.
now. So you're gonna have to creep up. You can't break that right at an advantageous angle. You have to actually reveal yourself all the way in through showers, and on pistols it's gonna take a while. So he'll say, you know what, you take the ult orb, I'll take the timer. We'll take the better setup on the timer here for the round on the defense. It finally dissipates. Still a minute left though. So now, having to cycle those smokes. Only 1 left for Estrella before the cooldowns. Gravnat at the ready. It's going to be a simultaneous pinch. The guiding light lets them know that the hit is here. Creeping all the way through. Snakebite keeping RRQ at bay. And RRQ, they can't stay alive. Omimore completely trapped in the smoke.
What happened?
GenG fishes him out. Xfero's here for the trade. Backside still in control.
A rough
for
round at the
RRQ.
moment,
They're going
man.
in through close quarters. It's a double
Oh,
setup.
boy.
Meteor. What a
Oh, God, he
snapshot
picked up the
on
gun.
Chepkin.
Oh,
Weapon
no.
recovered. Vandal in the hands of the Sentinel of GenG. And RRQ, they have a lot of work to do. They have to push through. Showers still in
You
GenG's
gotta
control
smoke
as well.
off
They
showers
gain no
with this
space
smoke
off that
here.
Paranoia. Karon trying to make a curve
So
ball play,
late,
gets
but-
shut down at long range. Meteor utilizing that Vandal. He turns around. It's a triple. The reload not in his favor, but Monyet doesn't have
Oh, the
much to work with. Just the
reposition.
classic. He finds one. There's a Spectre for Munchkin.
Nah,
This is
they
the
got
round over.
eco'd with a
GenG,
double
the
sheriff.
Thrifty to shut down the anti-eco.
And big
Yeah,
momentum picked
big
up now,
bit
and it
of a
all starts
disaster
with the
here.
way that they
Nicely
really
done
pushed
from
in.
GenG, obviously.
RRQ thought they had the cards in their hands with that
Oh, man,
barrier
that-
mesh
that will-
inside of showers,
that should be
with
the
way that they were set
demoralizer.
up for the Gravnet. But as soon as GenG does their due diligence to clear out these little corners, right, paint shells into the sky smoke, the way that they managed to sneak Meteor into the corner of lamps, they picked up that rifle, they started firing off their shots, they landed everything snappy, good, sharp, and clean. This is now devastating.
guns recovered?
for
Yeah, they
RRQ
did a
as
good
go
amount
into
of
the next round with pistols.
Oh my god, they
They're gonna try to force the swarm.
they hit the
I
other
mean,
guy.
It's an eco. You just want whatever advantage you can have, but I mean, as soon as you hear those shots, I imagine you just back off, try to go for a stack. but they want to make sure, they're trying to make sure that GenG doesn't get too much of a snowball, I guess, with even the ult economy, but now you've given even a bigger one. It's an
Yeah, I mean, you
avalanche.
give him money, you give him everything.
GenG, they get the spike plan as well. No damage done to their economy. Not even an armor scratched up. An RRQ, it's looking like.
I mean, shout out to GenG, they had a good idea. They're going to be going for this. Wanted to try to deny the orb anyway with the insta stim pack.
At the very least.
Well, Texture's not going to give that chance, though. He knows. I mean, he's 2 points away. This is what RRQ's scared of. Texture, the outlaw, he's creeping in. They have a long way to go, and guess what? The barrier mesh actually blocking their exit all the way back as well. Oh, the pre-fire. He jumps in, okay, but he gets one. He gets 1 point.
All right, he doesn't want to keep the gun into the next round anyway.
It's the outlaw, so you're not losing much because the econ snowball has already begun for GenG.
So as everything pans out, GenG are really starting to snowball their advantage. I mean, that's why you called it an avalanche. That's why we call it momentum, right? They're really starting to build up.
They're
onto
one
this.
away from an
Meanwhile,
on
although
attack.
RRQ is sitting on one ultimate, if they can't find this next round, we're really looking at them working.
They kind of
against,
really
the
disrespected that
economy of
one way
the
as well.
game. And that's going to be very, very beneficial to GenG right now.
Okay, one yet. Big ult.
Showstopper online for Monyet, but
RRQ probably going to be on top of the
away
fact
from
that the Texture's going to be going for his orb. So they hold over
Aggressive
towards
one-way
long,
down
they get
the
early
main,
info
but
over towards
that's all the
showers.
control they get for now. Again, no initiator means it's very tough to push out even further, even on a timing. It's going to be the sneak bite. Trying to give Lakia a chance to re-clear B main. GenG, full fake on the B side, trying to draw out whatever utility. And Estrella, he doesn't want to get stranded. He doesn't know how many people are here. Again, no info on the side of RRQ. I mean, sure, there's no hard info on the side of GenG either, but
Is the gate crash, though?
I mean, there's a lot of
So kind
a lot of
rotations
util over
from
towards here.
Jemkin once they start to snuff out that it's a bit of a fake. But is it going to be enough numbers to put up a wall between them and GenG?
RRQ needs to hold on to showers. They've made their commitment, which is, I would say, the right call to hold on to this angle, but they have to clear Meteor out. If they can't do that, it's going to be the round.
Oh, yeah, he comes out on top of that. Kamimo goes down over towards showers.
Angle advantage for GenG as they now hold both entries into the site, and they just barrel through trying to chase. Lakia, have an overheat, so now down to a 2v3. Unbeknownst to GenG on site, it's currently a 2v2.
What a weird round this is.
We'll just double up.
Honestly, all the rounds are weird,
They know
but
that Showers was still under their control, so Meteor holding close. Karon's gonna look to try to bait them out into Meteor's hands. Meteor waiting, suspecting perhaps the far alert coming in. He finds one, he lands that shot.
I'd have done enough. Oh, what a swing.
Snap headshot.
Oh, what a
The
swing.
spike's still far. He's trying to buy time, but the molly doesn't quite come out. Paranoia pushes him back. He has to double check, and Estrella's gonna get off the half again.
This guy, man.
How many is it?
This guy's
The
too,
headshot
he's too
machine
good
of
in big
Korea.
games. Yeah, that extra swing was so nice. Meteor is doing a lot of workload to get these rounds doable.
Molly backs up completely and then just goes in for the most confident swing. Even went in for a wide swing.
Yeah, shout out to this, shout out to Meteor here. Ate the grab net, but just did not remove the thing for ages. Doesn't want to give away the sound key.
The gate crashed over, but as soon as GenG pushed through, yes, it was a lot of resistance initially, but making use of the smokes, they stay tucked away in the site, and they managed to control it. These fakes.
And they're just going for their exec. Molly top of the site here.
Pace of the game.
RRQ, you chose this comp, you have to commit to it. And now they are. They're trying to just get the fights they want, but GenG's ready for it. The weapon advantage too much. And the util
Love it too
not
much.
gonna favor RRQ, as GenG has already suspected it. They were already backstepping away, knowing that RRQ has to go for a Hail Mary. The composition, the econ, everything points to it. GenG not a team to let those things slip away. Sphera, sure, you've got a stinger, but LB not able to catch the tail either, and it's just going to be down to Monyet as we get a pulsar flawless for GenG. And it looks like they're going to start to run away with it once again. On Haven, it was at the 8th round win.
Yeah, is this the
Here,
last timeout?
now
Looks like
at
it.
7, RRQ stopped in their tracks.
And momentum built up, truly.
But I'm pretty sure they're like going aggro over towards long a lot as well, just purely because like if they take close over towards B, the solo Omen has to do so much with smokes. Like you would kind of look at this map a lot of the time and you would go, well, solo Sentinel should be insanely good on defense, but you got to look at solo controller on defense, especially on this map, right? The 2 choke points over towards B, that one Viper wall that covers both of these, like that does more than any of these Sentinels can really do on the defense anyway. Like, it doesn't add too much.
A little bit worried about the fights they take.
The only thing you kind of get extra is the grab nets and stuff like that. But
it ruins a lot of the plans you might have had. It doesn't matter what comp, what meta you're playing in, but if you don't have those moments where you know I'm just swinging out, I'm winning, whether you win or not, then it's so hard to
GenG gonna win with 0 timeouts.
And you can see GenG right now. I mean, no doubts in any of their players. I don't think we've ever seen quite a best of 3 like this from GenG, where
Does look like
from the very beginning, all 5 players were hitting their shots. They're a great team, but oftentimes they're a bit of a slow starter.
It's fine, Prodigy. They can just take it.
Karon, Lockya, you know, they take turns and then they all come online in the long run.
I think Premier will play later, yeah.
Certainly does not bode too well for RQ, keeping in mind that this is
Otherwise,
the
why else have they got him?
rounds. GenG now in the lead, having taken down Haven, which was RQ's map pick. This buy means everything for RRQ. They've got the ultimates to make it work.
This should be a relatively good example, we'll see.
GenG, again, they don't have all that much information.
It's just a kill trip that they're relying
3
on.
people here, but like the Omen has to do so much with the smokes. Yeah, and they can't duel out in front of the choke points because they can't smoke both of these angles off.
Now a 4-man retake. You have the dimensional drift, but the Seekers come out. Time bomb once again. Estrella spams through.
Hold up, how's he done that?
The opening for GenG to try to get information. He's scouting out, but Texture, he's dancing. He's dancing as much as he can, trying to buy time. Estrella going around on the flank. Yet finds kill as well.
Wait, how has he done that though, bro? Give me this guy's POV. He's just outdueled everyone. Maybe say the GenG gave him a few too many duels here, but
a couple of those were they wallbangs? From inside of B. It was a little bit painful when you saw Xfero going down, but as soon as everyone rotated over,
he get the first double?
That sent out, Estrella threading the needle from elbow, managing to find a couple of angles onto some of the GenG players, and then swinging out, snapping onto their heads, finding that quad to put his team back up on top.
Little smile on his face as well, trying to get his teammates just back into the game, trying to find some comfort.
They missed it. I missed it? Oh, okay, well, that's my bad. I guess I'll never know. You guys will know.
Now, looking like it's going to be a fast push out for Monyet with just a singular flash.
What the
I mean, there's no one
hell
there
was that?
for him. Sure, with the flash, maybe he should have hit that first shot, but either way, now it's a numbers advantage. And RRQ, to try to make sure that they maintain any control of showers, they have to commit 2 here to re-clear. Waiting for any util, waiting for the peek from Elmimore.
No escape.
But it's going to be the Trailblazer first. Util trade for util trade, the cam to allow GenG. There's the guiding light, the anti and the counter flash, and they both anti and GenG split apart.
Yeah, those didn't feel like the flashes is getting him too much.
Estrella still thinking about rotating through or not. Jemkin,
Human drone moment. Monyet, yeah. He was always gonna. He's always gonna have a rough time on this.
It's all down to Jemkin.
Where's their actual money?
Can't
buy. Maybe a drop.
GenG marking out their individual half of the site.
They can kinda squeeze out to buy like 3 people and then maybe double stinger or something.
Barely climb back into an 8, but looking like they're not going to be able to chain it together just yet again. And with their teammates on low creds, RRQ is going to look to save time, not on their side. Texture only 3 points away from his ultimate. He's going to go on the hunt with the extra credits. See how close he can get to that showstopper. Jemkin, he needs to hit the shot. He will, but Texture, again, still gets an ult orb off of that. So some value found. As
no more timeouts as well, so they gotta pull a miracle out of somewhere.
However, we are verily veering towards
I don't even know how like you get.
series point once
Don't
again.
even know
Like
how
you
you meant to
mentioned, Will,
play
this is
on
that
defense.
same and similar
They're
story
good. They
that
want to
what
go
we saw
aggro because they're gonna get
on
overwhelmed.
Haven.
You
RRQ
can't let
trying
them
to stay alive.
contact
Yes,
up. You
GenG
don't have
found
the
a single kill
smokes to
towards the
stop
back
them
at
from
the end,
contacting up.
But still, that was a round headed over on towards GenG. Pulling out all the stops now. We've got Monyet with the operator, hopefully trying to play a little bit safer to punish GenG as they try to push on through. But this team, once they start to get going, and everyone is going right now, it's going to be a bit of a bulldozer.
You gotta,
This op
because
had
they managed to
come
save
out
the
a lot
guns.
earlier. It
Get a
does
lot
help, of course, on any of these maps, but especially
better buy than I
maps
thought.
where you want to control the extremities. Helps tighten things up a lot when you don't have hard info. But I'm surprised it's going to be the Rays holding it instead of the Yoru. So Jemkin looking to be a lot more mobile, trying to just provide backup. They find the operator over in showers. GenG looking to try to surround it. They creep in. Lamb's control now in their favor. Still putting pressure here on Hookah as well. Meteor wins that. And he tags
Not
Xpero as well.
another.
He knows that it's just a three-man hit over on the A side. He'll
Doing.
keep the Cypher tied up. Xpero finally
Okay.
clears it.
Gonna
With
say
the
he's
site
doing
already
work over
given up.
towards
Monyet, good
B here.
repositioning, trying to delay with the paint shells. Paranoia goes out as well. They know the rotate's not an option just yet for GenG.
GenG still trying to stay and hover around the site. Karen thinking about the orbital
Dude, this
strike
ult
that
could
they
own
got,
them.
not
Where's he
really
going to
bought.
just out in the open, man?
Suddenly goes through just to clear out the backside. Rest of GenG trying to peek out from these smokes, but RRQ is everything trained and covered. But what is this?
Oh, this is a
swing
lovely
from Showers.
2v4
Munchkin,
from
a bit of a
them.
double kill. Karen here to back
The
him up as
pinch.
well. The spike has gone down. It's a 1-on-2 for Xpero.
The layers from GenG, down in numbers, and you still go for a commit onto the rotate. You use the orbital strike to make sure that you have time to go all the way around. That entire play, the linchpin was going to be Munchkin, and Karon will be the one to
That was
wrap
impressive.
it up.
Okay, 4 chances.
One step
Just
away
like
from getting
Haven.
into the double elimination playoffs. GenG.
Got some ults.
This is how they did it in stage 1. Sure, the journey seems a little rough, seems like it's a slow start, but when it matters, they say we've come prepared. This is the moment we've been waiting for, because we won't ever miss that one chance.
They've got that one shot.
HS Gage just called Karon an insane, he's just a crazy guy. You're insane! Well, Monyet gets trapped. GenG, a hard read on this one. With
Just
all
tanks
the
it.
online, you know, I mean, every time RRQ feels pressure for a Hail Mary, GenG's on top of it. Barrier mesh has
Oh
to be
my,
used
well
early
that's
to try
the
to clear
Cypher
it.
locked in over
Now we have
towards
to fight the
there.
shadows. So
Hope
RRQ
you didn't want to
straight
reposition
cancels it,
Cypher.
hoping that that's
Is
the
your,
call for GenG to rotate back to A.
You're trapped.
Not really moving yet, though. Keeping in mind, Elmimore does have the Annihilation, should he choose to use it.
Not in a great position to, though. I mean, into Garden, that's a weird angle for you to try to bounce it off of. Have to really expose himself quite a bit. And now, just under the minute mark, GenG gonna look to widen the map just a bit. They know that no one's actually pushed out because they've had that spy cam out in front of Showers for a very long time. And yet, he gets spotted, and he sees him. Both of them getting information. Estrella has to win that fight. He does. So they know that GenG might be going for the rotate. The Annihilation just
Is
to
he
push
gonna do
them
it
out.
through
Now
the-
they have hard information. The Annihilation trying to chase through.
Nice shots,
Estrella
man.
gonna be on the receiving end of this package. Takes down Lakia. GenG, can they pull it out again? The Rabbit. No, Estrella
Nice
shuts
shots.
it down, and Karon not gonna be able
Yeah,
to do
really
much.
nice shots.
Jemkin
Okay,
finally closes
doing
things
it.
out on that 9th
Did
round
you
win.
did use the deadlock ult? I'll be honest, deadlock util wise, I have not seen much. I have not seen much. They had that one round where where GenG wanted to ult up short and they ulted someone. That was pretty good. Seen Gravnet been disrespected, kind of got them killed twice.
Just to push RRQ into overtime against GenG.
I haven't really seen
It's gonna take
anything
lot.
from
No
a deadlock.
ultimates on their side. Showstopper online for texture. Barrier mesh again, nice and early, just to try to get information, just to be able to push out on other parts of the map. They're trying to pinch onto Lakia, but it's two people here. They already taken him down. They spotted Karon as well. Some of the best
I respect
map control
that
RRQ has had
a
in
lot
this
of the
entire
aggro
map,
stuff has
finally
not
on
been
round
working,
22.
but they still go for it.
Then pulling back with the gate crash. just as GenG might have thought the B site was slightly weaker, now thinking twice. Munchkin not quite pushing out. Camera does spot him, so he's going to have to back off for the time being. Meanwhile, we've got Texture alongside Karen slowly doubling back into her showers. Jemkin going in for the pitch play against Munchkin now. A bit of a trade happens on the other side of the map.
Mimo's trying to creep forward. He's trying to just be the hero that holds on. He's trying to anchor onto the site. The grab net just to buy time. And he'll say, I'm not going to take these chances. Gives the respect to GenG. Paranoia as well to buy further time for the backup. Now 2, now 3 members, but down back
this guy's keeping him alive, man.
Things out. Meteor all alone, only 30 HP. Just one more round needed, but RRQ says we're not done just yet. 2 steps away
they
from
half
overtime.
And it happens again. Elmi Morastrea, Jemkin, they're doing everything that they humanly can just to put themselves back into the game. The pitch play on towards Munchkin. The utility to delay and slow down GenG sets Astrea up for the perfect multi-kill as they finally put themselves up on top. Double digits. GenG now, though, calling the timeout.
They forced the timeout.
All right. I mean, this is already a big success from RRQ, finally forcing that timeout away from GenG. But again, it's RRQ, only one step away from getting eliminated. Their entire year ending here at VCT. Sure, it's already a great record. They've been gunning for a playoff spot ever since the beginning of VCT Pacific. They finally make it. They've taken down some of their nightmares that haunt them, like GenG in Stage 1. But they have to do it once more if they want to go all the way. We heard it from Munchkin as well. GenG doesn't want to go as 4th seed to champions. They don't want to sit on their laurels. I can only imagine RRQ feels the same. Improvement, that's not where they want to stop.
This goes here.
See what the timeout brings from GenG.
They want the seat. They want to get
Okay,
back.
where's Manya going?
National plays and
Try to drop Sim the op. Going over towards long, and are they going to stim pack beat him to the angle? You're going to expect them to be here as early as they are?
2 rounds is what stands between
Give me Monyet's POV.
and this overtime.
Okay, no stim
GenG
pack.
making the plays for it though. A bit of a fake out.
Dude, he wanted to go down at one point there.
Goes through the teleporter. GenG slowly trying to inch up towards Long. Monyet with the operator has to back up.
They fake TP.
Yeah, a whole entire setup to try to buy time for the operator.
Wait, it's on his head. The nade's on his head.
They're not going to suspect it, but the P-Shows gets
Oh my god.
The showstopper not finding it. Texture can't quite find the
They
target
did?
he needs,
Oh
but at the
my.
end of the day, Jemkin is
They
here,
did pretty good
holding
to
the
shut
angle,
this down.
gets the spams, finds the headshots through the smoke. Munchkin creating a crash, trying to find a gap. But the dimensional drift
Okay, well, they know where they are now.
Xfero, it's all up to him. In a fairly noticeable position, but the sonic sensor, it gets broken.
Weird, because you just tank it for a little bit. Whoa. Hold up, chat. 4 chances down to 3 chances. 2-9 on top of this. Yeah, they get a good buy. This guy's a little bit wrecked. Light armors will save him, but...
to go in for a set play to close out this map. Monyet with his blast packs keeps himself alive. At the same time, Jemkin nailing his shots all the way from the back of the side into towards Octagon. It really sends GenG in through the teleporter, and as soon as they step through the teleporter, you can see
holy.
Xfero just zeroing his sights, getting ready for that push out. So prepared for it. Coach Ewok doing his best to try to read these plays from GenG, and GenG wants to end this desperately.
Yeah, they don't want this to go to overtime. They don't want to take the risk of going all the way to a 3rd map. The fact that they're pulling out their remaining their timeout, you know, using everything in their resources. Solo seems to have found something, a hard read, giving everything he has to the players. One last play to wrap this up, move on to the double elimination. GenG, they don't want to be at the edge of the cliff anymore. They want to be back in front of the throne where they believe they belong, where they've established themselves at Master Shanghai, set an entire new record, a new landscape for VCT internationally. And now, not a full buy, but they'll have to go for it. Orbital strike at the ready, 2 points away from the Seekers, and 2
Just checking that we dropped him here. Monyet
still
takes his op over towards showers. They're gonna have no info the ops over towards here.
GenG spread out a little bit thin for the time being, letting them expend their utility. The fake out does not spot anything.
one team calls a timeout, can the other coach talk? Yeah. Okay, so this looks like a fake. So it looks like a call. So I like both of the calls at the moment. So one call, his original call with the timeout before is the fact that they can't really hold over towards B. So if they get long control, they're going to win because they have no smokes to deny them. This call was the fact that they got no initiator, so they really struggled to clear if someone is inserted towards lamps.
No smokes on the side of RRQ in the face of elimination. Jeff getting cut off from the site, so is Xfero. Oh, RRQ. Are they going to give this up?
Yeah, they might have to just retake. Boy, a hard retake, man. It's a lot harder when that happens.
Monyet trying to pinch in. It's going to be a bunch of 1v1s. Xfero's waiting for it. Doesn't find the kill. GenG exits. They know that time is on their side.
And GenG has double flash.
Not much of it. Ticking down
Micho's sending it.
VCT Pacific 2024. Doubled up on elbow.
Oh, Micho's made a massive play.
No one showing their face. Meteor drawing aggro. Xfero takes Munchkin down, but still nobody spotted. The orbital strike finally drawn out, but 2 members taken down.
Dude, Micho is just incredible this whole game.
Alone to try to keep RRQ alive, but he's not gonna.
Yeah, he's got no time on this one. It's done.
Ending the season of RRQ.
Savage for RRQ. Dude, RRQ did good to get 11 with this comp, to be honest with you.
Moving on to the double elimination.
Okay, RRQ's year is done, and GenG, with this win as well, 100% in champs now.
A single left click, a single tap ends it all.